Hello friends, good morning. Today the topic is nucleic acids. Okay, I think you all are heard about the nucleic acids. The nucleic acids were mainly we know the DNA and RNA with the nucleic acid like deoxyribonucleic acid and ribonucleic acids. Okay, what are nucleic acids? It's a question mark, right? So what are nucleic acids? Nucleic acids are biopolymers or large biomolecules. Okay, they are a biopolymers. Basically, they are biopolymers because they are they are the living because those nucleic acids play a vital role in all living organisms upon this earth, even plants, animals, everything. They are biopolymers or large biomolecules essential to all known forms of life. They are essential. The term nucleic acid is the overall name for DNA and RNA. Okay, they are composed of nucleotides. What are nucleotides? Nucleosides plus phosphoric group. Okay, what are nucleotides? Basically, nucleotide is composed of nucleoside plus phosphoric group. What is a nucleoside? Nucleoside is nothing but a sugar molecule, usually pentose sugar plus base. Totally, the DNA or RNA, they are composed of nucleotides. They are polymers of nucleotides. They are usually the polymers of nucleotides. Okay, which are a nucleotide is generally a monomer made of three components. One is a 5 carbon sugar, as we discussed. It's a 5 carbon sugar and a phosphate group. Here the phosphate group and a nitrogenous base. The base is nothing but it's a nitrogenous base, whether they are adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. The adenine, guanine are purines and cytosine, thymine were pyrimidines. Okay, if the sugar is derived from a ribose, that's called as a deoxy. Based on sugar only, the DNA or RNA is the difference will be there. If the sugar is deoxyribose, then it can be a DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acid. If the sugar is ribose, then it is a ribose nucleic acids. Let's quickly go for the structure of a DNA or RNA, something like that. Okay, this was the structure of a DNA and this was the structure of an RNA. The both were there. First one, let's discuss about RNA first. Next we discuss about DNA. Okay. The RNA consists of 4 bases. One is cytosine, guanine, adenine and uracil. Usually the bases are like this: purines and pyrimidines. Two classes, usually 2 classes of bases were there. Purines, the adenine, guanine were purines. The cytosine, thymine and uracil were pyrimidines. Note here one thing we have to note: A always double bonds with T. Adenine always double bonded, double means 2 hydrogen bonds over there in between the adenine and thymine. Adenine always double bonded with T and guanine always triple bonded with C, cytosine. Okay, ATGC. Okay, in case of DNA it is. In case of RNA, the thymine is usually replaced by a uracil group. It is replaced by uracil in case of RNA. Okay, the bases which were there in RNA were uracil, adenine, guanine, cytosine. Here the adenine always bonds with uracil and guanine always bonds with cytosine. You can see the difference in the structures here clearly. I think these 2 rings composed one were purines and only single ring hexa single ring composed were the pyrimidines. Okay, this consists of two rings, this consists of single ring only. And next when we go for a DNA, generally DNA is double helical structure. It's a helical shape where it consists of bases like adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. The adenine always bonds with thymine, and cytosine and guanine, the guanine always bonds with cytosine. It's like the bonding will be there. And there are different types of DNA, and there are also the same way there are different types of RNA too. I can discuss the thing in a different video, the DNA and RNA separate videos. So the DNA, there are mainly three types of DNA: aDNA, bDNA and zDNA. In case of RNA, there are mRNA, rRNA, tRNA. mRNA means messenger RNA and tRNA means transfer RNA, and the other type of RNA is rRNA, is ribosomal RNA. The mRNA is very useful for protein transcription and translation process. In the translation process, tRNA is useful, and RNA is a ribosomal RNA. They also have a many wide range of functions. And in case of DNA, there are aDNA, bDNA and zDNA. Okay, in case of DNA, aDNA, bDNA and zDNA, based on the structure and number of bases per unit, means number of bases per helix, based on those things the DNA is usually differentiated. The DNA which we are seeing now, the DNA which we are seeing now in this page was bDNA. Okay, the nucleic acids are the most important of all biomolecules. As we know, they are found in abundance in all living tissues. They are found in every living organisms. So the nucleic acids are basically, they are found in every living organism. Upon the earth, in the planet, every living organism consists of the nucleic acid. Without the nucleic acids, how can the chromosome will build up? How can the whole thing will survive? Means how our activities were based on this cell, this DNA and RNA. So these all things. Okay, and let's discuss about the history of these nucleic acids. Means who discovered, or what was the things which were discovered, those and all. So usually the Swiss scientist, okay, Swiss scientist Friedrich discovered the nucleic acid in DNA. Nucleic acid, nothing but he discovered the DNA in 1868. Okay, later he raised the idea that it could be a hereditary. He discovered in 1869. And in early 1880s, Albert Kossel further purified the substance and discovered highly acidic properties. And after that, in 1880s, Albert Kossel, he purified these nucleic acids, and they said they have highly acidic properties. Okay, and later after that, in 1889, Richard Altman creates the term nucleic acid. Okay, the term nucleic acid was created by Richard. And later after that, in 1938, Ashbury and Bell published the first X-ray diffraction pattern of DNA. Okay, these two guys, the first X-ray pattern was published. And finally in 1953, we all know, in 1953, Watson and Crick determined the structure of DNA by the studies of Rosalind Franklin X-ray crystallographic structures. These in 1953, the Watson and Crick determined the DNA structure. Based on that only they got the Nobel Prize. So usually the term nucleic acid is the overall name of DNA and RNA both, because they are a family of biopolymers. They are polynucleotides. When they consist of nucleotides, they are polymer of usually that the DNA and RNA were both were the polymers. Both were the polymers of nucleotides. As I discussed the previous thing was the nucleotide was composed of a nucleoside plus phosphoric group. So they are just a chain-like structures that's called as a polymer. They connecting chain-like structures. So they are just commonly the polymers of these nucleotides. They consist of pentose sugar, phosphoric group, and one base. Either it can be adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, or uracil, anything. And let's discuss about briefly how this DNA is wrapped to form a chromosome. Okay, as we know that every living organism consists of a cell. In the cell, there is something called nucleolus or nucleus of cell. Nucleus of cell. Okay, it's a nucleus of cell. What we are visualizing was the nucleus of the cell. Nucleus or nucleolus of cell. Basically, it consists of chromosomes. What are chromosomes? They are derived from DNA in case of human beings or these complex organisms, and in case of some simple organisms, they are RNA. I think they didn't have chromosomes, they just have a scattered genetic material. So DNA. So DNA is basically, this is the DNA. DNA is wrapped around histone proteins. Okay, histones. Hashtag histones. This wrapping will lead to the formation of chromosome. Okay, this is the chromosome what I am seeing now in the side. Okay, these chromosomes were usually, they are the storage of genetic material of every cell. They are the storage because the genetic material fully stored in the cell only, and it can be used wherever required. In case of a production of enzymes, in case of any metabolic activities, the DNA is unwrapped again, and the proteins, the enzymes, they are coded. So that's the use of these chromosomes. The whole life, the whole thing, the whole hereditary, even we have 42 chromosomes, totally 43, 42 plus X plus Y or X plus X. So usually these all things matters in case of living organisms. Okay, we have 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 pairs is nothing but 46. It can be 45, 44 plus XY, or 44 plus XX. In case of male it is XY, in case of female it is XX. So those were the chromosomes. And so these chromosomes were built up of DNA, fully wrapping of DNA. Okay, so what is a DNA basically? So DNA is nothing but a deoxyribonucleic acid, which containing the genetic instructions. Okay, which are used for development and functioning of all living organisms, as we discussed. So that's the use of the DNA, and there are large information which are stored in case of DNA, and in case of RNA also. It functions in converting genetic information from genes into genetic info from genes to proteins. That process is called transcription and translation. So basically that's the one of the function of RNA in mRNA, tRNA, and even the RNA was constituted of many simple organisms. As a genetic material, it was scattered. In case of virus or something, the cell, it has a scattered genetic material. It's nothing but an RNA, and there can be outer protein coat, inner genetic material. Okay, so that's the function of the DNA and RNA. Okay, and let's discuss about some of the artificial nucleic acids. Artificial nucleic acids. So what are artificial nucleic acids? Artificial nucleic acids are analogs. They are just analogs, have been designed and synthesized by chemists, and they are designed by chemists, including peptide nucleic acid, morpholonic and locked nucleic acid, and glycol nucleic acid, and thiose nucleic acid. Each of these distinguished from naturally occurring DNA or RNA by changes in the backbone of molecule. Okay, how these artificial nucleic acids are designed? By altering the backbone of nucleic acids. Okay, this was the season about the nucleic acids. Basically, we discussed about DNA, RNA, and packing of this DNA in case of forming of chromosome. These are just a small class. Okay, if you have any doubts, please comment and subscribe and like. Okay, signing off, yours Madhu. Bye.